Not gonna take too much time. I'm saying I say shalom. Shalom Yahweh Shem Shabbat. Brothers out there, shalom Yahweh Shema Thumb Bashim Yashai, to all the sisters out there. So we're starting a little late today. Saying you know that we're the ISUPK. I'm saying Arizona, coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm saying Officer Apayat, out here in Arizona. I'm saying I'm holding on class today. So lock here. I'm saying today's class, obviously, we're on the critical race theory. I'm saying and the end times, end of times. I'm saying they go in relation with each other. So we're gonna jump right in. We're not gonna waste too much time. I'm saying starting a little late today. First off, let's give the definition of critical race theory. Right off. I think I grabbed the one I came with. Give me the definition.
Critical race theory is a body of legal scholarship and academic movement, and an academic movement of civil rights scholars and activists in the United States that seeks to critically examine U.S. law as it intersects with issues of race in the United States and to challenge mainstream American liberal approaches to racial justice.
So that it's all those out there with all them big words. There's so much words. They're saying that critical race theory is a set of minorities that they saying we won't speak in their term, or colored people. I'm saying they're people who've been oppressed and they want to bring to light for what their oppressors have done to them. I'm saying they want to bring to light the rules that were signed into place, the laws that were signed into place. I'm saying the punishment for those laws and how they affect that race of people rather than I'm saying the body of people which it should affect. So it's bringing to light what that was kept in the dark. I'm saying such thing as it's used for in this particular they use the civil rights movement. Let's talk about like Columbus. I'm saying that how they have Columbus Day, critical race theory would challenge that day and say that, you know what, we shouldn't have a Columbus Day, but Columbus was this, and he was this, and he was this, and he was a bad man, and I'm saying he did a lot of bad things. I'm saying, and give me another one.
Cortez.
Cortez.
Right.
I'm saying, give me another one. Challenges.
Jim Crow laws.
Jim Crow laws. I'm saying,
redlining.
Excellent one. Redlining. Thanksgiving.
The
you know what I'm trying to say?
Presidents that are Caucasian.
Like the number of presidents are white people. You know what I'm saying? If this is supposed to be a free world or a free country, I'm saying that we're equal, why there's so much large number of white people than there is any other people of color. You know what I'm trying to say? So this is bringing all those things to light. You got something you want to say? Go ahead.
The labor unions too.
Excellent. The brother said, I know that you can hear the brother. The brother said the labor unions. You know what I'm saying it's basically, like I said before, it's all these, it's people who's being oppressed. You know what I'm saying that's bringing to light. You know what I'm saying and what the things that their oppressors have done in the past and the things that they're still doing today, and they want to put it on trial. So you know what? Maybe we shouldn't be celebrating Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying maybe we shouldn't be celebrating Christmas. You know what I'm saying I'm trying to give an example. Like maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should dig into the Jim Crow laws and how it affect. You know what I'm saying, or what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or the Tuskegee Project where they infected like a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, thousands of Black and Hispanic men. Maybe we should investigate these things. That's what critical race theory is. You got something you want to say, officer?
So, like, I know you just started, but you said something. You mind if I pull it?
Go ahead.
So, like, that's the book of Luke, chapter 12, and verse 2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known.
There is nothing covered that should not be revealed, neither hid that should not be known. I'm saying, that's paraphrasing. It's like what Revelations talk about. That's what I'm saying, in the dark shall come to the light. I'm saying all things will be coming out. And that's what this critical race theory is challenging those things that your oppressors, I'm saying, brought that hit in the darkness. You want to bring it to light. Right? Give me some more articles on give me some. The reason why we're touching a little bit on this subject today is because this is actually a hot topic in the media. I'm saying the news, actually a really, really hot topic. I'm saying the critical race theory. And in the ISUPK, we believe we're teachers in the ISUPK, and we want to definitely bring these news out to the people. I'm saying, and dig into the Bible and show you how to go about it and how to better. I'm saying, challenge these things that's to come. Go ahead up.
This is Newsweek report. Critical race theory is banned in these states. Florida has become the latest United States state to ban the teaching of critical race theory.
Say it again.
Florida has become the latest United States state to ban the teaching of critical race theory.
So Florida, right? Florida, which is a red state, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it became a blue state, right? Yes. Yes. Okay. So Florida, we know, is notoriously known for its racism. All Americans have it. I'm saying there's racism all over America, right? Florida, we know, is that have a thing that's called stand your ground law. You know, the incident that happened with Trayvon Martin in Florida. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, Florida doing this would not surprise me. In fact, no state or city in America doing this would surprise me nonetheless. But I'm saying them doing this, them be one of the states to do this is not surprising. Go ahead, Who else?
Said, it's like, I got a quote.
Go ahead,
Says, speaking ahead of the education board meeting, Governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, said critical race theory would teach children that, quote, the country is rotten and that our institutions are illegitimate, end quote.
Now, let me ask you a quick. Read it again. Read it again from the top for me. Read it loud and strong for me. I'm going to jump right into that.
Speaking ahead of the education board meeting, Governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, said critical race theory would teach children that, quote, the country is rotten and that our institutions are illegitimate, end quote.
They say that in so much words, teaching this in school would teach our children that the country is rotten. You know what I'm saying? And in so much words, the country is bad and it should not be honored and respect. America should not be honored and respect or looked upon as great, right? Here's the thing. Let me ask you a question. Whose children are they talking about? Because if that's the case, right? If critical race theory would hurt all children, then that's like saying that what happened in the Holocaust, right? Bringing it to light and bringing those Nazis to justice would also be bad for our children. Well, whose children? Maybe the Nazi. Maybe the ones who were part of the Nazi, I'm saying maybe the ones who was doing the crime, maybe their children, but surely not the ones that the victims of the Nazis, not the victim children of the Nazis. I'm saying those so-called Jewish people. I'm saying, or those Jewish people, like they, you know what I'm saying? Surely not their children would be affected. In fact, it would help their children because it gives them some sort of what?
Some type of advantage.
Right? It'll give them some sort of peace to know that their parents or their grandparents murderers, you know what I'm saying, was brought to justice. Right. So for them to say that it would paint an image on our children, this is what I will say. Who's that our children? What they mean is white children. See, critical race theory, as far as they're concerned, is an attack on white society, right? As far as they're concerned, it's an attack on white society. And yes, right. Absolutely. It is an attack on white society. And I do not blame the other side. I do not blame the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? I do not blame the one that's in power. I don't blame him for acting this way to it. Absolutely not. The children is their future, right? And if the children don't see them as being this big and mighty and impossible to touch, you know what I'm saying, and righteous people, then surely the kingdom will fall. Give an example, Egypt fell like that. Egypt fell when the children of the Egyptians started to see all the miraculous things the God of the Israelites was doing. And what, you know what I'm saying, and their fathers and grandfathers were being put to death. They were seeing these things. And Egypt fell. In fact, it fell and still have yet to be risen. All right. You know what I'm saying, let me get the officer first. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's a
and I want to get through this, so you know what I'm saying.
There's a sister that actually got fired for bringing out the truth of white people and so-called Negro in America, right?
Yeah.
And they were bringing us into slavery, right?
You can talk a little louder so they can hear you.
So there was a sister that got she was a teacher,
right?
She was a teacher at the school, and she got fired for bringing out the true history of America. And then that's basically what they're pushing out, is that we're trying to, basically push this so we can teach the children of what's it called?
Right, of critical race theory.
Critical race theory.
Right, and what the brothers say. You have something you want to say out before I go? Go ahead.
If I could, the premise that the oppressor is going off of in defense of themselves is this: their position is critical race theory teaches white kids to feel bad about themselves and feel guilty about themselves just because they're white, when in reality, all critical race theory is teaching at a foundational level is this: Caucasians were never invited to come. There's no document that you ever find for that. Caucasians were not invited to stay. There's no documentation that you can find for that. And they were not invited to establish a widespread government legal system.
Right.
So race theory literally is the ideology that teaches why are you still here?
Exactly. And that's, be honest with you, I do not blame him for reacting this way. I'm saying I do not blame him for reacting this way. The reason why you cannot blame the oppressor for reacting this way and the one that run for reacting this way is because he built this country on a set of lies. He built this country on lies. And what critical race theory does is it challenges those lies. Those lies, it brings those lies on trial and then start judging those lies, starting to dig into those lies. He can't have that, because then what? This whole thing that he's built, this whole country that's built on justice and society for all would eventually fall out. Don't forget, what's the devil's biggest, I would say, what's the devil's biggest weapon? His lies, being deceitful. Right? The word devil means to deceiving, right? To be deceiving, right? So his biggest lie is set on him being able to deceive the people in which he governed. So you bring critical race theory to light, it's challenging those same lies, which if like your country cannot fall. His country is built on lies, you cannot stand like that. He knows this. So when you bring it to light and it's challenging those things, his country would then fall. I can't blame him for reacting this way. This, like, life is war. Life is war, and this is a part of war. He knows this and understands this. Go ahead,
Right, and that's that. And if you do uncover America's, secrets of, or shame, right? It will basically, like, it won't, like, you're gonna look at every, you're gonna look at this nation different in the sense that you're not gonna want to stand, like, students are not gonna want to stand for the flag.
Exactly.
During school.
Exactly. America is built on an illusion. What they're saying, Officer Matasai is saying is that, and America is built on an illusion. So the minute you strip that illusion off, you take that garment off, you expose it, and America cannot fall. The white man is not strong enough. He's not strong enough to run a society by himself. I hold your point out. He's not strong enough to run a society by himself. You know what I'm trying to say? So it seems only right. Give me the first precept. Get through this.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Enemies make a what?
A tumult.
Go ahead.
And they that hate thee have lift up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Taking crafty counsel against thy people. You know what I'm saying? And the crafty counsel they have taken is love everybody. America is a society for all. All is welcome. All will be equal. You know what I'm saying? They, in the Constitution, they said all men was created equal, right? Now, what critical race theory would do is it would challenges that law. Right? It will challenge that statement, that law. And then they will come back and say, counter that by saying, if all man was created equal, right? Why was then there slaves on the plantation if we were all created equal? See, what critical race theory is critical race theory is just that, the end of times, the end of this world. Critical race theory is the end of this world. They know this, they understand this. You know what I'm trying to say? Give me the other one up.
That's how you start race wars.
That's how you start a race war, right? Go ahead up. That's what these things that critical race theory does is critical race theories challenges these things, man, which is only right. Which is only right that you challenge things that the devil's put into law. Go ahead, Op.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay and hold themselves not guilty.
Whose what?
Possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. How do they hold themselves not guilty? I'm saying? Go ahead, Parag.
Listen, black activists are trying to push that we teach critical race theory in the schools and exposing their crimes. But 27 states have banned critical race theory because they want to be looked at and be not guilty.
Right. 27 states who have signed against critical race theory, right, have held themselves not guilty. They don't want to take any responsibility of what they have done. Why? Because you taking responsibility is an admission of guilt. And when it's an admission of guilt, you know what's next? Talk of punishment. Talk of punishment will be next. I'm saying? And that punishment will either be reparation, putting on trial, you know what I'm saying? People now, those are already gone and dead. So reparation and giving back what you have stolen. And then that will be the end of the oppressor's kingdom. So he has to challenge critical race theory. He has to fight against it. I agree with him. Race theory is the end of America.
Right.
Critical race theory is just that, the end of America. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, keep going from here.
And they that sell thee say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
They that sell thee say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. You committed a horrible crime. Horrible crime you committed, enslaving people. Right? And then you turn around and say, those same people you enslaved, they cannot challenge or question what I have signed into law or what I've done to enslave them. Why? Because the minute you start to question it, and that tears down the whole umbrella. And I can't blame the oppressor. You cannot blame the oppressor. Life is war. This is you cannot blame that man. Who would do that? Only a foolish man would do that. Only an Israelite would do that. Because we have done that. The reason why we think that he would allow us to do that is because we would do that. We would allow someone to do that. What do I mean by say we would allow someone to do that? Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by the we. And the reason why I say we would allow that is because today we allow our enemies to teach our children. So surely if we allow our enemies to teach our children, we would do something like that. He's not like that. He's not going to do that. He's not going to allow critical race theory to be taught to his children in schools. It's just not going to happen. And I do not blame him. I'm saying, go ahead, officer.
No, I'm sliding.
I'm saying, I don't blame him. Is that it on that? Go ahead.
And their own shepherds pity them not.
Their own shepherds pity them not. I'm saying our shepherds have no mercy for us. Earlier, I heard Officer Proc or Kabata Moth spoke about how there was a white man. What state was that? And he was speaking on critical race theory. Well, I would like to learn about critical race theory. I'm saying
General Milley,
right? And then of course they had a black man, a so-called black man up there. He was saying critical race theory is wrong. So basically he was saying what the white man should have been saying, whereas the white man was saying what the black man should have been saying. This is the white man's game. You know what I'm saying? Or Slaki, this is the oppressor's game. Right? The oppressor's game to be slithery, take crafty counsel up. They sat down and come up with this plan up. These things are planned against you. I'm saying the Bible said these things are happening to us, and they're happening today. You know what I say? Go ahead, give me the other one.
This is the book of Habakkuk.
That's something you want to say? Yaki, that's something you want to say? No? Go ahead.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
Woe to him that what?
Buildeth a town with blood.
Here's what the oppressors do not understand. what he don't understand is life is like this. You ever heard of saying you reap what you sow?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way to get away from it. You can say, you know what? We're not going to allow critical race theory in our schools to be taught to our children. I hear you. And something else might hit you. You know what I'm saying? Something else might hit you. I don't know. Your children start to all your children start to adapt the Black, Hispanic, and Native American culture. That in itself is the end of their society. That in itself is the end of their society. You mean to tell me that you honestly believe that the oppressor is not in his grave, rolling over in his grave as we speak, seeing his children, seeing his grandchildren, I'm saying generations down the line, children fight to imitate, right? And live like the same people they enslave and oppress on. It's going backwards, It's going backwards because eventually when you start to be like them or want to adapt their culture, they would just take on yours. Okay, we'll be the leaders then. We'll be the head. Because you're coming into our culture, then we're the trendsetters. These are things that the oppressor understand. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that the ones that rule this country, they understand. That's where that crafty counsel come in. I would not want my children to be taught by my enemies. Look at it like this. You have an enemy out there, right? You have an enemy out there. It is that woman that you don't like. If you're a woman and that girl that you don't like, if you're a man, that guy that you don't like, right? Imagine that same guy out babysitting your children. Or that same girl babysitting your children. These things are absurd, These things are not heard of but amongst Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. We're the ones who allow our children to be watched over by our enemies. Ask the Mexicans in the border. They know. You know what I'm saying? We're the one that allow these things up. Because we're an oppressed people. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, out.
Establisheth a city by iniquity.
Establishes a city by iniquity. You know what I'm saying? What they did to us in slavery is wrong, What the oppressor did to us in slavery is absolutely wrong. Slavery was wrong. What they did to the Native American Indians, walking them down with babies and busting their head open, is wrong, All the Hispanic brothers they hung. If you go look at these history, how much Hispanic brothers they hung up. Not to mention the ones they took from this land and brought back to Europe, enslave them up. A lot of these histories not been talked about, These things are wrong. And the Bible said, woe unto them, destruction. There is no way out of it. There is absolutely no way out of it. He can fight all he wants, but the oppressor time is coming to an end. End times is here. Go ahead.
So I was just going to say comment. I seen a post, brother said a Black man getting choked by police is modern day buck breaking, which is like basically true. It's like you basically breaking that brother's spirit.
Right.
He a Black man, he didn't commit no crime, but yeah, you still want to, choke him for no reason. You still want to, use unnecessary force. Right. And it's basically like buck breaking, which is, breaking a man's spirit. Now he over here crying out for another, and now everybody watching, recording. What can he do?
Right. These things are wrong. What the brother is saying is, the oppressor choking out Black, Hispanic, and Native American men is what's an old term that was used in slavery called buck breaking. That's no different. I'm saying what the bigger message is to us, because now we have camera. I'm saying it works two ways. Yes, the world is now these type of crimes being brought to light, but the one that's not in ISUPK on the Commander General Yohana, it brings a certain fear on them that they're not ready for. And I mean a certain fear that put them more in that closet, more in that sense of, I'm saying, let me just do everything I need to do. Let me not press up mad. Let me not, I'm saying, let me celebrate these holidays. Does that make sense? Let me do all things that I need to do so I don't end up like the one that's being choked on the ground. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
And that's the society that's society that breeds now today. Is that it? I'm
Kind of welcome.
saying like that's the. Do we have any more articles on that?
Kind of.
Give me another one.
Nah,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you gonna have to, talk, you're gonna have to use your what do they say, your customer service voice, with the police, basically soften your voice and, not put too much bass in it,
Right.
not put the officer in fear, sir, this and that. It's like you're basically belittling yourself to make the officer make him feel comfortable with, him writing you a ticket.
Right. That's the society that we live in today. Yeah, you got something you want to say, Pro?
Lie.
I'm saying, and the brother's saying it's so true. He's saying that with us seeing these killings that's happening to our people, like all it does is, you ever heard of a thing that's called trauma? We had a class about that called trauma. All that does is build trauma. The ones that do is not under the umbrella, I'm saying, of the Most High. That's not in the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just the whole get along to fit in now. You know what I'm trying to say? Now it's to get along to fit in. Give me Revelations 9 and 15 up. Revelation chapter 9, verse 15. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just to get along to fit in now. Doing whatever you can just to make it throughout the day. The Most High said, "There shall be no cowards that shall enter the kingdom of heaven."
Right.
Seeing what happened to George Floyd breeds coward now, because it's all that's going to come from that. You got it from me out? Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 9, verse 15. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men.
For what?
To slay the third part of men.
What does that sound like to you? Angels coming back to kill men. The reason why we call it the end times, I'm saying, and you ever heard of apocalypse? What is it? Apocalypto?
Yeah.
I'm pronouncing it right. Apocalyptic. Apocalypse. Salakia. You know what I'm saying? Apocalypse is what? Give me the Christian version. Go ahead, Parag.
The Christian version is there's going to be a rapture when, Jesus Christ, raptures up a bunch of people up into heaven to go live in heaven, and then, the world's going to basically fall apart down here, basically.
Give me not the world, right? Yeah. Give me the other side. What I mean by give me the other side is, and I'll do that. What is apocalyptic? What is apocalyptic? It's like I can't pronounce apocalypse, right? Pronounce that word right.
Definition?
Give me a definition of apocalypse. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead up.
It's the definition of apocalypse. The complete final destruction of the world.
The complete what?
The complete final destruction of the world.
The final destruction. That part no one talks about. The end of times is not something that is beautiful, cookies and everyone holding hands. It's not. That's not what the end of times is about. I'm saying the end of times was called judgment. Judgment is not supposed to feel good up. If you understand, judgment is not supposed to feel good. Absolutely not. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Even take something as a man steals something from a store and the judge give him 9 months in jail, right? He steals something, judge give him 9 months is not supposed to be wonderful, and you know what I'm saying? No. 9 months is to get you, it's supposed to be punishment, huh? It's supposed to be hell. It's supposed to you know what? I never want to do this again. But here, the end of times out, be like none other out. None other. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to jump right into. Give me Isaiah 9 and 5 up. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. And then hold Isaiah 63 and 1 for me.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
For every what?
Battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise. Go ahead.
and garments rolled in blood.
Garments rolled in what?
Blood.
In what?
Blood.
You ever saw those old like they used to actually old time wars? They pick up sword and run out there and two armies meet on the battlefield. And what is that confused noise? What do you think that confused noise would be?
All the noise in the midst of the battle, you know, causes.
No different than anyone ever been like to anyone that's never been in a gunfight. It's like that. I mean gunfight, like I mean where it's flying everywhere out and you're dipping and dodging and crawling up. That in itself is a confused noise. Like, why? Why would that noise be confused? Go ahead, let the officer. Go ahead.
Does it happen that they know?
Not so much that. Not so much that. You want to get a go ahead. Go ahead.
Because like you start off knowing where you are, where you're going, who you're wanting to kill.
Right.
In the thick of it, you lose who's on your side, where are the ones that fell, who's left.
It's chaos.
Yeah.
Chaos is that confusedness. Absolute chaos. In the midst of that, you dipping and dodging it, bouncing. You don't know where it's coming from. You ever see, like anyone that's been in a bullets flying, a gunfight out, that whistle noise out, that's the bullet going. That's that. You know what I'm saying? Out. That and you know what I'm saying, you grabbing the seat like that's that. That's not a. It's not a good sign out. I say like that. It's not a good sign. Especially being that close to your ear, you feel a burn out. It's not a good sign out. You know what I'm saying? That's that confused noise out. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead out.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
This shall be what?
Burning and fuel of fire.
This shall be with burning and fuel of fire. The end of times is not something that, I'm saying, it's not something where the most, like Christian church teaches, and the Most High is coming back and we're going to have a party. The end of times is not a party. By no means necessary. The end of times is not a party. I said it once and I'm going to keep saying it again. In this society, we don't deserve peace. Like anyone is honest with yourself. Do you see the life that we've lived? You see the nasty, filthy life that we have lived? The abominable life that we've lived, man. We live a sinful life, Right now as we speak, there's some woman being kidnapped or a baby being molested, or, you know what I'm saying, right now as we speak, a man sleep with another man's, you know what I'm saying, a man raping a woman up, raping another man's woman up, a man murdering, kicking down a man's door, going in and murdering that man up as we speak. Why do you deserve peace? Why do you deserve a party? It's one thing about me, I'm a firm believer in is you do something wrong, when it comes to you, you just have to take it out, come up. You just have to take it out, come. I used to be out in the world, and I'm saying we do what we do out in the world. A lot of things, and all the men of the UPK can vouch for this. I'm saying a lot of things we're ashamed of. Even when we were doing we were ashamed of doing them. We're ashamed of doing them. I'm saying, but we're men that take accountability out. To know that if I get punished for this, it's only right. It's only right. Because I believe in punishment so bad, and I believe in helping my people and getting back to righteousness so bad. Is even if it means I don't make it up. I'm saying there's a wickedness in even you up, that you shall not make it. At least the kingdom will still reign up. Mm-hmm. You want to talk about nation building and brotherhood up? That's how every brother should feel up. Every brother should feel. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments is essential. The end of times is not something that's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to get you, put a fear in you. Fear. That's it from you, right?
Yes, sir.
Give me 2nd Ezra. Give me 2nd. In fact, hold that one. Give me Isaiah. The Isaiah 63:1. Give me that one.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 63, verse 1.
Right.
Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Keep going for me now.
Wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garment like him that treadeth in the wine fat?
Like him that treadeth in the what?
Wine fat.
What does that mean?
Slotty sounds like the king after just did.
Exactly. What do you mean by your vesture dipped in blood? What's a vesture?
The garment. I don't
The
know.
garment, right? Your clothes, in so much words, right? And what when your clothes is dipped in what?
Blood.
In blood. What does that mean?
You soaked.
Soaked up in blood. But if you notice, when you go to battle and you're soaked in blood, like if you're soaked in blood in battle and you're not hurt up, what does that mean?
Did a lot of killing.
It means it's your enemy's blood up. You know what I'm saying? Christ is coming back for his enemies. Christ is coming back for his enemies. And then read that from the top again. Who?
Who is this that cometh from Edom
Right?
with dyed garments of Bozrah?
Coming from Edom. Meaning like this warrior, right? This killer. He's coming from Edom. He's coming from the nation of Edom, right?
Mm,
And he's going to be drenched in what?
blood.
In blood. Meaning if he's coming from in blood, what does that mean?
Killing him.
He's killing the Edomites. Go ahead, Parak. Salaki.
Salaki, I was just gonna say I had a precept.
Go ahead.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
And I think it goes pretty good with critical race theory too, to tie the two together. That you know what I'm saying, in end times as well.
Right.
This is Revelation, the 6th chapter, and verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every freeman, hid themselves in the dens and in the rock mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Right.
That's a give me from the top again. From the top again.
Come. Revelation 15.
It's Revelation 6 and 15. I'll say this is one of the precept Akim's out there, sisters, you know what I'm saying, Aquatim's out there that our brothers and sisters rather out there. I'll say, I don't know any more revelation this has to be, any more revealing than this has to be, and Revelations, right here. This specific precept right here, or scripture, some say right here. I don't know how much vivid that this has to be. Listen to this. Go ahead from the top again.
Book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains.
So you have the kings of the earth, right? The Donald Trumps, the Vladimir Putin, the Emmanuel Macron, these mighty men, Benjamin Button, Yahoo, these mighty men in the earth, right? The kings, you have their queens, you have their what else up? The rich men, the mighty men, right? You're the ones that are strong. Give me governors, senators, you know what I'm saying, or even being cardinal, your big buff, you know what I'm saying, oppressors of today's time, you know what I'm saying? They should go ahead.
And every bondman and every free man.
Even the slave man and even the what?
And every free man.
And the free man. Go ahead.
Hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains.
Hide themselves of the presence of Yahweh Shai. Hid themselves from the returning of the king. They hid themselves, huh? Do you know how much fear that they hid themselves, huh? Hid themselves. So I don't know if that sounds like a party to you. You don't hide from a party, y'all. Right. Any good party, y'all, you don't hide from. Wrong or right?
That's right.
They hid themselves. Go ahead.
In the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us.
Says what?
Fall on us.
They were hiding in the caves, the mountains, underground tunnels. Go ahead.
And hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne.
And hide us, right? From the face of him that sitteth on the throne. Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Right? King of all kings. I'm saying, Lord of all lords. Keep going out.
And from the wrath of the Lamb.
And from the wrath of the Lamb. What is that wrath of the Lamb? It's go ahead out.
We just read it in Isaiah 63.
I pull this shit out on first. You know what I'm saying? Read Isaiah 63 and 1 again out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 63, verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom, with dyed garment from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel.
So what's that wrath? Skip down to 2. You know, skip down to 2.
Verse 2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat?
That's him. That's that lamb. Sure. You know what I'm saying? And why? Like I said before, we do not deserve peace. We don't deserve peace. We don't deserve peace. You know what I'm saying? We don't. You have some people in this world that generally want to do good. I'm saying generally want to do good. It's a saying I'm going to steal from a captain in ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? He said, a crackhead is better than a Christian. Once again, I repeat it. A crackhead is better than your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your auntie, your sister. All of them that go to the Christian church. All of them that post every Sunday, God love everybody. You know what I'm saying? And good morning and grand rising. That I hate. I hate that. Salakia. I hate that. You know what I'm saying? All of them that preaches that every morning. A crackhead is better than being that person. Because a crackhead knowing something is wrong.
Right.
If generally of a group of people in this world, they know something's wrong. They wanna, you know what I'm saying? They want righteousness. They want the strength to be able to fight that demon. And there's another set of people out. They don't care for that. They like the wickedness that they live in. They like the strip clubs. They like the whores. They like eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. They like slacking my, I'm saying, I'm not even gonna go, I'm saying they like sleep with other men's women. You have men out, I'm saying, being out in the world, I hear it. You know, I'll go, we're from the city. We like to, I'm saying, F niggas, you know what I'm saying, women.
Mm-hmm.
You have women out there that like to sleep with different type of man. We live in a world where these things are normal. Men sleep with men, women sleep with women, men sleeping with children, women sleeping with children. That's not a lot that's being talked about too, as far as women sleeping with children. There's a lot of these young boys are being exposed at a young age to these women that nobody's talking about. Nobody's talking about that. In the Black and Hispanic community, I'm saying that's damn near non-existent. The little boys that's being sexualized and being taken advantage of by these women. I cannot begin to tell you how many brothers can vouch for that. These things happen. So why do we deserve peace? We don't deserve peace. Right. We deserve the utter destruction.
That's right.
That's what we deserve. Give me Malachi 4:1.
You mind if I finish the end of Revelation?
Hell yeah, go ahead. Slakia.
Just to finish it off, like Revelation 6:17. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand?
Saying the great day have come, the end of times have come. You know what I'm saying? And who shall stand his wrath? We shall see how mighty these men are.
That's right.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
Day cometh that shall what?
Burn as an oven.
Burn as an oven. As an oven, right? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
And all the proud, yea. And
all the what?
The proud.
The what?
The proud.
We just spoke about that. There's a lot of people in this world that's very proudful, man. These Christians, You ever seen a Christian at it after they come from church? Man, I would cuss her ass out, but I'm a Christian. I don't. What do you like? You know what I'm talking about, huh? You lucky I went to church today. I'm a Christian. I don't believe. What are you talking about? That frustrates me. Like, I hate that. I hate that, man. I hate hearing that. It sounds like Agnes, something like an old slave, like Agnes or a Bertha or something like. You know what I'm saying, something like a. If you're a sister out there named Agnes or Bertha, you know what I'm saying. I'm just speaking of. Obviously, you can tell my disgust. That's what it sounds like to me, like an old slave woman up, like a Bertha or Agnes or Eleanor or a Ruby. I'm saying like a. Go ahead.
Yay. And
Salakia, it just frustrates me.
Yea, and all
man.
that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But
nothing should be left standing. Go ahead.
But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you deserve that? Why do you deserve the righteousness? You know what I'm saying that Christ is offering the ones that stand with him in the end times. Why do you deserve that? Not a lot of like rapists out here. Huh? We got a lot of men that, and furthermore, one of the worst things of being a rapist or being a whore that strips in a strip club, or a man that sleeps with another man's woman, is to be proudful of. As if the sin that you're doing is so like, you're proud of it. You know what I'm saying? Your chest is held high up. There's nothing worse than that. Up. There's absolutely nothing worse than that. Go ahead, up. Go ahead, up. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I guess he wants to go first. Yep.
We might have the same one. You in Proverbs?
I'm in second Esdras 15 and 4.
Okay. So like when I was going to bring out is Proverbs 16 and 18, which reads, "Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall."
Pride goeth before destruction. Huh? It's only right. Huh? Nothing more most I hate than a proudful man. Huh? You should be shameful. You should be ashamed of the things that you're doing. We should be ashamed of what's going on. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm ashamed. Huh? When I get up every day, I see that sister walking on the side of the street. I'm saying I know she sell herself out. And these white boys walking up and down here with their mama and daddy's money, you know what I'm saying, coming out of their college, and they just want something, as they say, to dump their coming, Salakia. And they go and pick one of those sisters up on the side of the street. Think about that, huh? I'm ashamed, huh? I'm ashamed. You know what it is? It's a slap in the face to you, huh?
Right.
He doesn't fear nor respect you. All that his ancestors and his parents have done to beat us into the ground. He then come to the sons and go to our sisters and do whatever you want to do to them. You should be ashamed. But you know who's not ashamed of? Man, F them bitch. Man, I don't care about it. Let him do what he want to do to him. I don't care. Go ahead.
Book of Second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 4. For all unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
For all what?
For all unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Go ahead.
Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works hurtful works are fulfilled.
And that's what's coming to America. Why? Like I said before earlier, if you're a righteous man, I'm saying you deserve that. Huh? Hey, nothing more powerful to me, when those two brothers was on a cross with Christ. Up to today, I can always think about that. I always think about that. Always think about that. One brother said, no, you ain't, I'm saying he cussed Christ.
Mhm.
He cursed Christ. That's actual curse.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's curse. He cursed Christ. He said, I'm saying, paraphrasing, you ain't shit.
Mhm.
I'm saying, you ain't a damn thing. Look at you about to die here. You ain't a damn thing. He said to a righteous man,
Mhm.
a man that have not done anything wrong, a man that should not be up there about to share the same judgment alongside him.
Mhm.
Yet still he would sit there among that man, look that man in the eyes and tell him he ain't shit.
Right.
Whereas the other brother said, no, man, shut your mouth, man.
Mhm.
Shut your damn mouth. Me and you deserve to be put to death.
Mhm.
This man have done nothing wrong. He a good nigga. Let him live, man. Let this nigga live. See all the shit that we did? See the wickedness we was doing? Let him live, man. We should not be doing, we should be up here dying. He should not be up here with us. That brother right there shall be in the kingdom of heaven. Let me ask you something. Did that change his judgment? Nah, he still died. He still died, huh? You do know that, right? That brother that was saying all that, he died still. He knew he was gonna die, huh? Here's the thing, huh? We all die, huh? We all die. You ever heard of saying how you remembered, huh? You ever heard of saying legacy and how you remembered? Who ever heard that saying before? Your legacy and how you remembered. Look at Christ's legacy, huh?
Right.
Let me ask you something. That brother, we don't know his name, right? But his legacy shall live on.
That's right.
How do we know it will live on today?
He's sitting there talking about
Long live one West. That's how we know, huh? Long live one West, huh? Long live one West. That's how we know that his legacy live on today. It live on in One West. In the ISUPK is where his legacy lives. Because ISUPK is no different than that man right there. Christ did not deserve that judgment. That man knew it. And for that wise saying, Christ allowed that man to come to the kingdom of heaven. For the other one, we shall see him on the other side. Is that it on that? Go ahead.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 16. These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him.
Go ahead.
A proud look.
What?
A proud look.
Go ahead.
A lying tongue.
Go ahead.
And hands that shed innocent blood.
Keep going on. Go ahead.
And heart that deviseth wicked imaginations. Feet that be swift in running to mischief. A false witness that speaketh lies. And him that soweth discord among brethren. Even
What was the first thing on that?
a proud look.
A what?
A proud look.
There's nothing worse than that. And nobody carries that more than Aunt Jemima. No one carries that more than the Christian church. That proud look, the up chin, the shaved face, bald head. It's almost as if they come all the same way up. All these coons come the same way. Shaved head, bald face. If they do have a mustache, it's that little stash. All come the same way. Very proudful. Give me 2 Peter, Zach. 2 Peter 3 and 10.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
As a what?
As a thief in the night.
As a thief in the night. Go ahead.
In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
A great noise, man. Listen to me. The end of times is not supposed to be a party. That great noise is not talking about your bass of your music, playing that song you like. That's not the great noise. A thief that comes in the middle of the night, he's not coming to play music with you, and I'm saying, to tell you a love song and take you up with him in heaven. It doesn't work like that. A thief is coming to harm you. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's coming for. Give me Revelations 19:11. We got a couple more of these. Revelations 19:11.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 11. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True.
He that sat upon him was called what?
Faithful and True.
Who's that he?
The Son of Man.
Son of Man, Yahushua, or Christ. Right? Go ahead.
And in righteousness doth he judge and make war.
That is he what?
Judge and make war.
What is judgment? Punishment. What is war? That judgment. War is that judgment that he's going to be making. Right? That if judgment is punishment, what's the punishment? The punishment is war. Why is war punishment? Bring me home. Someone, please bring me. Give me exactly what I'm looking for. Go ahead.
Well, because the Most High God is a just God, and the ones that the King is coming back to judge are the ones that wage war against us.
Right. No, what you said is absolutely right, Out. But why is, because he said he's coming to judge the world, right? And that judgment is war. Why is war a judgment? Why would war be a judgment? Shouldn't war be? Isn't war beautiful? Out? War is a party, right? No? Coming up, I heard a wise man once said, I'm saying a wise man. He was wicked. He was a wicked man, but he's wise in war. He said, listen to me. It's never, ever, ever, ever been killing without killing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
War is not something that's everyone should want to glorify and run towards. War is sad. I don't think people understand enough. Let's go to war. Everything is what's go to war. War is sad. He's coming back for war. War is murder, death. Seen the young die, seen the old dead, women, children, men. A lot of familiar faces. That's what war is. Is that it? Go ahead, Out. Keep going for me, Out.
His eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes like a what?
A flame of fire. And on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself.
He had a name written that no man knew but he himself. Give me Revelations 2:25.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come.
That which ye have already, hold fast until I come, right? What do we have? In this context, what is this talking about? What does that have? What do we have?
Hold fast, meaning hold fast the truth.
The truth. I'm saying, so we all know the UPK. We all know it. The truth. Hold on. Like it's like, yo, Akim, like hold it. Hold it. I'm coming. Hold it. I promise you I'm coming. That's what our king is promising us. Akim, hold on to this, man. I know it. I know it's hard. Christ, Yahushua is promising us, I'm coming back for war. Hold on. I'm coming to save you. Just like any hero, right? We all see those superhero movies, right? The hero sweep in at the last minute. He's telling you to hold on. I'm coming. Keep going.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
To him I will give power over the nations, right?
Right.
Give me second Ezra 9. Sorry, 1. You give me 1 through 3.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people.
Shall be seen what?
Uproars.
Shall be seen earthquakes, right? And uproars of the people. What's in the uproar now today?
A riot or civil war.
Con. But in staying on topic on today's topic, what will be an uproar today that we went over today?
The pushback against critical race theory.
Critical race theory. We have not seen, this is only the beginning of it up. Critical race theory would be next. Excuse for martial law.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse for anger.
Mm-hmm.
Anger amongst the races, as they say. Gather yourself together, a nation not desired. I start being a gathering of each nation of people coming together with their own. That's what critical race theory is. That's what's coming next. That's an excuse for races to gather together. Go ahead.
Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Days are before thee, right? Even from the beginning. These things have always been spoken about. Men before us were saying the same things. The ISUPK, we're now saying them. The men before us were saying them. You know what I'm saying? General Yohana, I'm saying these men have been saying the same. We're not saying anything different than these men are saying. And the men of past, the men that ruled with Christ himself. Right? Go ahead,
For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
The end is what?
The end is manifest.
What's manifest?
Coming to fruition. It's actually going to happen.
It's actually coming to pass, right? It's coming to it. What's being promised is actually, now you're starting to see it happening. It's coming to pass. Go ahead.
Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye
by his what?
By his works.
By his what?
By his works.
By the things that you do, right? By the things that you do is how you're going to be saved. Go ahead.
And by faith.
And by faith. Because you cannot have faith without works. They don't work like that. They go hand in hand. You cannot say, I believe in God. God love everybody. I believe in God.
Mm-hmm.
God, you know what I'm saying? I love God. I love. Mm-hmm. And then you don't not eat pork. You don't put away pork. You don't put away shrimp, crab, and lobster. You don't put away all these wickedness. It doesn't work like that. I'm saying you have to have works. It's something that you do. Go ahead.
Whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
From the what?
The beginning.
From the what?
The beginning.
From the beginning. From the beginning of times, these things was talked about. You know what I'm saying? The beginning of times, these things was talked about. And now we're starting to see them be fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? To the righteous, this is a good time. You know what I'm saying? To righteous men, I should say, these are wonderful times. Like, as sad as it may be, these are wonderful times because everything that's being promised, you know what I'm saying, our hard work is coming to pass. Things that will be promised for our hard work, we're now starting to see. You know what I'm saying? Things that we put down to reap, and we're now starting to sow these things now.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
The world is now starting to wake up and hear what things that we're saying. To a righteous man, these are good times. To a wicked man, these are terrible times that's coming up. To him, his world is coming to an end. I'm saying? That's it on that, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm saying, once again, we're ISUPK, coming on a commanding journey, coming on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on a commanding journey, Johanna. You know what I'm saying? And we have classes out here in Arizona. On the bottom, as you can see, classes Tuesday through Friday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. You know I'm saying, and classes on Saturdays from 10 to about noon. I'm saying down here, 12416 North 28th Street. I'm saying, and with that, I pass the class to Police and Officer Pro.
These are the ISUPK security announcements with ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. These are the rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world, and if they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After this 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to that brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other, and after this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, you can find this in Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you, give it to the Treasury Department or to the teacher. Priest funds, which are free will offerings for the priest. They are not mandatory, but they are whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. The next holy convocation that we have will be in September. It'll be the memorial of the blowing of trumpets. Also, make sure if you come into the physical school's location, GPS the school's location into your GPS on your phone. Visit the school's website, and if you've not already, make sure you please post a review of the school on Google. Don't got to be a whole review. You can just go type us up on Google, ISUPK Arizona. Give us a 5-star rating or whatever. You know, if you hate us, whatever, that's fine too. But give us a 5-star rating even if you hate us. All right? If anybody wants to be a trooper in the school, make sure you start wearing all black, and that includes boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, we're going to get a teacher courtesy salute. So men of Israel, Imagine, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua Barakatah. Yadu Matah, class dismissed.